Well, 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 well. The New York Knicks are still the NBA's biggest joke. I know the Sacramento Kings are terrible too, but at least the Sacramento Kings have done something in the last 20 years or so. You know what I'm saying? The New York Knicks, you know what I'm saying? You guys could have had Donovan Mitchell in a New York Knicks uniform and you all blew it. I don't know how the Knicks blew that. You didn't want to give up Quentin Grimes. Come on, we don't even know what Quentin Grimes is gonna be. You didn't want to give up IQ. IQ is a good player. He's a shooter. I like IQ, but for Donovan Mitchell, you do that 10 out of 10 times. Uh, who else didn't you didn't want to give up Obi? You The Knicks need to understand. I know Tom Thibodeau understands. Obi and Julius Randle can't play together. So, and you didn't want to give up all them picks. I understand why the Knicks didn't want to give up those 6 picks. You shouldn't give up 6 picks for anybody other than LeBron and KD. So I understand the picks. I would have, if I'm the Knicks, I would have offered Obi, IQ, and Grimes, and 4 picks for Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Because the Knicks also, you didn't give up RJ, so you could have gave up Donovan Mitchell. So it's just like, where do the Knicks go from here? You know what I'm saying? Like at one point, the Knicks had Donovan Mitchell locked in. All the reports said he was locked in, and then the New York Knicks, they managed to blow it. I don't know how the Knicks managed to blow shit like this every single time, but it's the New York Knicks. They're the laughing stock of the NBA. We saw like how many 3 years ago they were the worst team in the league. You know, they had Melo, D Rose, Kristaps. Everybody thought they were gonna be a championship contender. They were gonna win a championship. No, they fell flat on their face. Like it was just so sad to watch that season. Did they win 20 games? Derrick Rose didn't even want to go to practice. It was funny. It was the Knicks were just so bad at one point. The Knicks are still bad, but the Knicks they made the playoffs last year. I'm sorry, that was a fluky year. It was a bubble season. You know what I'm saying? A lot of asterisks, a lot of players hurt. Yeah, but the Knicks, I just don't know what they do from here. The Knicks, they at least the Knicks still got Jalen Brunson, but I don't know about Jalen Brunson's one of those type of guys. You know what I'm saying? I got my money. I got my 104 million. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right. I'm set. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? You have to the Knicks. They need to see RJ develop into a top NBA player. Like at least a star. You know what I'm saying? Rising star. But I don't know. I don't know if we could see that from RJ. I don't know what RJ is. RJ's a good player. He needs to use his right hand more. You know what I'm saying? Gold. Also, he's a lefty, so he needs to like, because all he does is like he holds the ball and just goes up with his left. He needs to go up stronger. Him and Julius, but I don't know what do the Knicks do with Julius. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the Knicks, okay, you're content. We want the young guys. Okay, so you have to get Julius up out of there and play Obi. And the Knicks, they're probably going to be a 11 seed again. This is really what you know what I'm saying. Also, I saw Knicks fan TV. Fat Joe, he wanted, you know what I'm saying. He's like, f the young guys. We want to win. You know what I'm saying? Because the Knicks, they want to win. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks have been awful for like 20 so years. I know the Melo, but come on, they weren't winning a championship when they had Melo. Like the Knicks have been awful for years. You know what I'm saying? The last time the Knicks were in the last time the Knicks were in the finals was like late 90s, like 99. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't even win. So I don't know if they got swept that year, but they didn't win. Patrick Ewing didn't get done. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know. Like what do the Knicks like do? What can they? What can the Knicks do to get better? They have 6 picks, but we don't know what NBA superstars are gonna be like come out. You know what I'm saying? There might be the Knicks might have to wait till Giannis is 33 to get out of Milwaukee. And the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? They chose this. This is the path the Knicks chose. They chose to play. They chose to rock with the young kids. So you have to play the young kids. And by doing so, playing the young kids, you're gonna be 11 seed. If you would have just got Donovan Mitchell, give up the young kids. Since you have Donovan Mitchell, some guys are gonna want to play with Donovan Mitchell. You could have got some vets to at least compete for like a 5th seed. But the Knicks chose the young kids, and the Knicks are gonna lose for several years. We don't need like the Knicks fans hype up these guys like Quentin Obi. No, Obi has potential, but the Knicks they just hype up. The Knicks fans just hype up these players. You know what I'm saying? On other teams, these players might be on the bench. So I really just don't know what do the Knicks do. Let me read something. I was saying after missing out on Donovan Mitchell, where do the Knicks go from here? So in this article, it's going to tell us why the Knicks did not trade for Donovan Mitchell. So there has been a lot of smoke in the air about potential offers made this week, and rather than discuss the fundamentals of those deals, let's discuss why no agreement was met. Okay. It makes a lot of sense for the Cleveland Cavaliers to make the Donovan Mitchell trade. They have an established all-star in Darius Garland, a surefire young all-star in Evan Mobley, and one of the league's best anchors in Jarrett Allen. Okay, so the Knicks, so I understand why the Knicks didn't make the trade, because even if the Knicks would have made that trade, they would have had nothing left to like get better. But the Cleveland Cavaliers, if they can get off, because the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, they can compete for a top 3 seed in the West. Because the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Knicks just made Cleveland Cavaliers a contender. You know what I'm saying? That's how stupid the Knicks are. I blame this on the front office. The front office has lots to do with this on why that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be contenders. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide West. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What are the Knicks front office doing? And this is part of James Dolan. James Dolan wanted these guys in here. So James Dolan let them run the show. He got out the way. I commend Dolan for that, but this all stems back from Dolan. Who Dolan is. I really don't like James Dolan. He should have been gone a while ago. I don't understand why the NBA still allows this man to be an owner. He kicks out. He's literally kicked out prominent names like Oakley. I'm pretty sure. Didn't he kick out? He kicked out E-Wing too, and he kicked out Spike Lee. You know what I'm saying? Former members of the Knicks and supporters of the Knicks. So I just really don't understand why the NBA still has this man as an owner, which he really doesn't deserve to be an NBA owner. Let me read some more out of this article. So basically, the price for Donovan Mitchell was too high. The reality is the price of this trade did not justify the means for New York. The roster with or without Mitchell is not ready to contend for anything. The Knicks probably could have beaten the Cavs offer, but it would have left them with more questions than answers. That really makes no sense, because if the Knicks would have made that trade, we already know the Knicks. If the Knicks would have made that trade, it really would have not left them with more questions than answers, because we know the Knicks have a star player. They have. So now, if the Knicks make that Donovan Mitchell trade, the Cleveland Cavaliers are not a top 3 contender seed for the NBA right now. So if the Knicks make that trade, we know the Knicks finally have a star player. You know what I'm saying? They have a good point guard. So now the Knicks have a good backcourt. They probably get rid of Julius. So they let Obi shine. They still have RJ Barrett, who's a very good number three. RJ could be a like elite number three. I don't think RJ is a number two or one. RJ could be a number three player. So, and start go. Where do the Knicks go from here? Fans should be absolutely elated and excited about the prospects of building a roster around RJ Barrett, who just became the first New York drafted player to sign an extension. RJ Barrett is not a superstar. RJ Barrett will never be an NBA superstar. RJ Barrett is just a good player. And what the Knicks should expect from RJ Barrett is not on Zion and Ja's level. In college, RJ was elite, but you know what I'm saying, NBA is different. So that's what I gotta say about RJ. RJ is a very good three. RJ's not a star player. RJ probably will never be a star. Like RJ, his max is a star, like a all-star level player. RJ will never be an NBA. RJ's not on like guys like Luka, Giannis, KD. I don't see RJ getting to that level. That's, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? There's like only like 5 superstars in the league. That's what I could say. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say. The Knicks are a joke. The Knicks are a joke. I don't know how the Knicks get back. I don't know what the Knicks do from here because, as what I can see, Julius Randle's still on the team. So how are you supposed to play the young guys if you got Julius ball hogging, doesn't want to pass the ball, just wants to play his style? Julius Randle the way he plays back, it doesn't lead to. It's not winning basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Russ. You can't win Russ. Russ will get you to an AC, but you're not winning no championship with Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Russ has his max. And Julius, but according to reports, Julius, he doesn't want to be in New York anymore, but he's still on the roster. So he's taking away from Obi's minutes. And if the Knicks are going to play the young guys, if the Knicks really want to play, I just don't understand, what are the Knicks doing right now? Do the Knicks want to contend for a championship? Because if they really did, if the Knicks wanted to play the young guys, why would they even get if the Knicks wanted to play the young guys, why did they even get Jalen Brunson? They should have just stuck with IQ, just run IQ at point. Maybe play Miles McBride as a backup. You could have played Grimes at shooting guard, RJ at small forward, OB, and then Mitch. It's like, what are the Knicks doing? I just don't understand. Why did they even, if they want to play the young guys, why did they even get Jalen Brunson in the first place? This is why the Knicks are a joke. This is why the Knicks will never be good as long as James Dolan is their owner. You know what I'm saying? You can't have that type of guy as their owner and expect to win. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks might be cursed. I don't understand it. The Knicks they just make no sense. I just don't get what they're doing. I want the Knicks. I'm not even a hater. I want the Knicks to win. I want to see the Knicks win. You know what I'm saying? It's good when the Knicks win. It's actually good for basketball. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks are the biggest. The fact that the Knicks are the biggest market in the NBA, like New York is the biggest market in the NBA, and the Knicks have gotten 0 like superstars to come there other than Carmelo, and Carmelo chose a bad decision. Carmelo could have went to the Heat and joined LeBron and D Wade, but we see what that led him. So I'm just saying, what are the Knicks doing? What are the Knicks doing to get better? The Knicks are they're in a tough spot right now because Julius is still on your team. You want to play the young guys, but Julius is still on your team, taking away minutes from Obi. I don't know why they signed back Mitchell Robinson. They should have just let Mitch walk, and they should have just played Jericho Sims. Yeah, that's the end of the video. If you like the video, can you subscribe? It'll mean a lot. Thanks.